Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. This is Why Are Humans Like This? Stories of Survival and Perseverance. So I found an article about a woman that was released from prison not too long ago. Her name is Jacqueline Smalls. She, at about 10 years ago, stabbed and killed her very abusive boyfriend at the time. She had restraining orders on him and everything like that. So that was pretty much the last straw, and that did take his life. So she was sentenced to 15 years in prison, but the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul's, I believe, commuted her sentence. So she ended up only serving 10 years. She was released at the age of 60. I'm happy for her. I don't really like to support murderers being released early when it's clear that they have a murderous tendency and, they're probably not going to be reformed. But in her situation, it was an abusive situation. It was self-defense. The fact that she even got 10 years, you know what I mean? The fact that she even served that much time is unfortunate because she did try. It's on record. There's a paper trail of her trying to escape from the situation. It takes several times for women in domestic violence situations to actually leave the partner successfully. So he came at her for the last time and she stabbed him once. And I feel for her because it's not like she was stabbing him and like just going crazy on him. She just stabbed him one time and that was enough to stop him. There's some people who stab the person multiple times. Like, it was clearly excessive, and it was like, I don't know. I can't get into the mind of someone who killed someone out of self-defense. You might have been just so freaked out that you kept stabbing. I don't know. But it did take just one time for her, and I'm happy for her to try her best to live out her years as much as possible. She's 60 and she does have some time to enjoy her daughter and some other people in her family. I feel for victims of domestic violence because a lot of them probably worry about that happening to them. Like, you finally taking things into your own hands, you end up serving a long time in prison. I think that's probably why a lot of people continue to be in these abusive relationships, because that it's probably going to come a time that you're going to have to defend yourself, and then you'll end up getting no sympathy from the judge, and then you end up maybe getting life in prison or maybe less, but either way you're going to have to serve some time. There are situations where people are able to find a good legal team to prove their point, and unfortunately for Miss Smalls, they weren't hearing it. But I'm glad the governor of New York granted some clemency. There were other cases that she granted clemency to, but I'm just talking about Jacqueline Smalls. She's a person that really deserves it. Unlike people like Gregory Green, I hate to bring him up, but he never deserved to leave prison. Gregory Green, you guys look back at my story. I'll try to pin it here. But that man killed his first wife, stabbed her 10 times, y'all, and didn't show any remorse the whole time he was in prison. Just a cold man, and he did not deserve to be released early. He did not deserve to have parole. He did not deserve to have anyone vouch for him. Women like Miss Smalls is who needed letters written to the judge and whoever to help her get out of prison early. These are the kind of people, survivors like this are the kind of people who need help from the system to get them out. So I hope that other women don't get discouraged enough to, if you have to take things in your own hand to save your own life, you have to do what you have to do, and hopefully you find a legal team that can help you. But I do hope that before you even get to the point that you have to kill your abuser, that you are able to successfully escape. And I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done. If it was that easy, a lot of women wouldn't be abused. It's definitely a mental thing. It's a psychological thing. And my heart goes out to any woman in a domestic violence situation. I've never been in a situation like that. I've had some domestic issues, but not to the extent of what these women have gone through. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and leave a comment. Let me know, did you hear about the pardons and the commuting of sentences that the governor in New York did? That's very good, and I think more governors should do that. You know, there are people who are unjustly imprisoned, you know, getting way too much time in prison. Yes, I understand that if you take a life, you should be punished in some way, but it should be examined at a case-by-case basis, because some people were really and truly defending themselves. And that man should not have been allowed to come near her. You know, he was ignoring the protection orders that was on him. And unfortunately, he took it too far, and Jacqueline had to take him out of here. So that's all I really have to say about the story. I'm happy for Miss Smalls. I hope she finds a way to truly move on. I can't imagine what she has to go through while she's in prison. As you guys already know, prison is brutal. You are treated like an animal in there. They do not care about you. Once you are in prison, they lock you up and throw away the key. You are like almost ignored to society. And I can only imagine what Miss Jacqueline had to go through. But I believe she did get some type of, you know, a little rehabilitation while she was in there. So I hope that her life will be successful. And right here, I'm just showing you all the different articles and stuff that I found about this case. Yeah. It was a few articles on Google about her situation, but it wasn't much. I'm actually surprised that there's not like a news story about her situation. I feel like someone should pick up the story and have her on their show, and interview her to talk about her experiences. But I'm sure it might be coming. But we need to shed more light on women who are I feel like unjustly imprisoned, trying to escape from their abuser. People just look at it as so black and white. Well, you killed somebody, so you're going to go to prison. But she really was trying to get away from this man. She did try to show the courts that this man was abusive, and unfortunately it had to go this way. All right, guys, like I said, please leave a comment. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate your support for my new baby small channel. I'll see you guys next time.